Hello viewers, today I'm going to teach you how to make this beautiful sweater for a baby boy who is 8 to 12 months. And when doing this work, you need to involve your learners in CBC, and first of all you give them the knowledge of what is needed for them to come up with just a beautiful project. Now when doing this work, first of all, you have to make your learners know how to do the pattern. You can see how beautiful it is, and after they have learned the pattern, then they can embark on the real project. I have already taught my grade 6 learners on how to do this work, and they are doing so well in it as a talent that they are nurturing. So when doing this work, you need a white which is 100% acrylic baby yarn or the small size yarn, but you can use any yarn. You also need a blue one, the same 100% acrylic, one of these, so which means you use 3. Then from there you need a hook which is 4 millimeters in size, and you need some scissors to do the cutting of the yarn where necessary. At the same time, when it comes to marking this part of the arms, you need these 4 markers, or the learners can even use some threads to do the marking. So now, welcome to this tutorial, and kindly do remember to subscribe and to like my work, and also to give me a comment. Thank you. Let's start the tutorial. Okay, you start by making 100 chains, but we start with a slip knot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Make 100 chains, then we will connect. Okay, we've already made the 100 chains, so we are going to join with our work with the first chain that we made without twisting it. So make sure you don't twist your chain, because if you twist, you'll not be able to work. So here is the first chain that we made. We just join our work with a slip stitch. Just move slowly. Now from there you make 2 chains, then in the same spot where you have the chain, you put a double crochet, and now from here we are going to put a double crochet in every stitch that we made. Every stitch that we made, or every chain that we made, we put a double crochet all around. So you continue and put double crochet all around. We will meet here, so you what we are going to do next. We are going to join our work with the first slip that we made here. Sorry, the first double crochet that we made here, not the chain. After that, you prolong the chain a bit, but not very long. Check what I'm going to do, and then from there you turn your work this way, and then go to the first stitch that we made, which is right here. Put the first stitch that we made here and put our crochet there. Then from there put a slip stitch, pull through. After you pull through, you chain one. Then after chaining one, we are going to put front post and back post throughout this round. So our first double crochet is this one here. We've put a front post, then we go back and put a back post in double crochet. We come again in front, put a front post, as shown in the video. This is what we are going to do until the end of this round. So continue working. I will meet you at the end of the round here. Okay, we've reached the end of the round. Now you remember the one chain that we made here. We're going to join our work with a slip stitch through there. After we join, we still chain another one, then continue with our front post and back post and double crochet, and we are going to do this. We finish 3 more rounds to not yeah three. We want to make it for 4 rounds. We have already made the first one, and this is the second one. Then you make 2 more. So continue and make sure that your rounds are 4, and once they are 4, we are going to connect, and I will show you what you are going to do. So continue and make sure they are 4. Okay, we've arrived at the end of the round. We finished the rounds that I told you to make. So we are going to join our work with a slip stitch here, and then we chain 2, 1, 2. So for this next round, we are going to crochet this way. You come here and put a half double crochet. One, you say 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. In the 6th one, you put a slip stitch, then continue. The next one should get a double crochet, not a half double crochet, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. Then in the 6th one, we put a slip stitch. Continue that way. I'll meet you at the end of the round. Okay, we've reached the end of the round. The chains that are remaining here are 4, but that one has no harm. So what you just come and do, after doing them the double crochet, you just put a slip stitch down here and chain 1, then you cut your yarn. After cutting your yarn, pull through, and that is what you get. This is what we get after working. So you come here and hide the yarn completely so that the work can look neat. This is what we have for our project. So we are not going to continue this side. We will now turn back down on the down side and look for where we started. This is the area where we started. So we insert our hook in the first chain that we made. It is right here. Sorry, insert the hook there. So you can make one round of double crochet, plain double crochet without doing anything else. Just pull through the slip knot, then chain 1, 2, and put a double crochet in the same space, and then continue putting double crochet throughout the round without handing anything. And remember to trim the tail. You can see I'm crocheting and barring mine inside to make so that the work can look neat. So continue working until you finish the round, then we will meet to change the yarn and also the pattern. Okay, we have finished the round and I have divided the front, back and the arm opening or the sleeves of our project, where the sleeves will carry each 20 stitches, or it takes 20 stitches. So this one and this one together they have 40. Then the front will have 30 and the back will have 30. So from there we will start working. Okay, now we are going to use the white yarn. I've already made the slip knot, so we pull it through there and make 1, 2, 3 chains. Then down here we put 4 double crochet and the chain is counting, so we need 4 in this space. Now let's see what we have. We have made 4 already, so we skip this stitch here, go to the next and make a double crochet on top, and in the same stitch we make a front post. We skip another stitch, this one, go to the next and make double crochet on top and a front post, double crochet. We skip this, go to the next and then a front post. So continue working until you get to where we have the mark here. I'll show you what we are going to do next. Okay, we have reached where we have the mark. So what we are going to do is we are going to skip this and put 4 double crochet in the same space. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then from there we skip this, go to the next, put a double crochet on top and a front post. So continue with this pattern. Once you get to where there is the mark, put 4 double crochet together and move on. We are going to meet here to decide what to do next. Now, this is how you are going to handle just a corner. The rule is you skip this stitch and you work on the next. So you are going to work on the next, and then the rule again says we skip the next stitch, but we are not going to skip because that is where our mark is. So what we are going to do is we remove the mark and put 4 double crochet in that very space. We have 2, we have 3, we have 4. So now that we had 4, so the stitch to be skipped is this one, but we are not going to skip. We just put our front post, sorry, a top double crochet, then a front post, and then proceed with our pattern. We skip that, we go to the next, put a front post. So observe the row all the way up to here. You've arrived at the other corner. This is what we are going to do. The row continues. We skip this, come to this part of 4, and put a top double crochet and a front post double crochet. Then skip this, go in the main row and put 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochet. Then the immediate chain here should get a double crochet on top. So we are through with having that set. So we skip this, we go to the next and continue with our row. Continue until you get to the other corner. I'll meet you there to show you how you are going to treat it. So continue working. Okay, we have reached here, so we are landing in this zone where we have 4, and we are going to maintain the row. We skip this, we go to the next, put a top double crochet, then a front post in the same stitch. Now in the middle here, this is the middle of the 4, you put 4 double crochet together. 1, 2, 3, 4. However, here we are going to put on the next chain, we put a double crochet on top of it, then skip this, go to the next and continue with the pattern. Good. Ascent 3. Then we have arrived here. We are going to put a front post. Then we land in the zone where we have our 4 chain. So we are going to skip this, go to this chain here and put a top double crochet plus a front post double crochet. Then we'll skip this. We are now in the middle. We put 4 chain double crochet in the same space. So we have 2, we have 3, we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then with the following stitch here, we put a double crochet on top. Then we skip the next, go and put a a top double crochet and a front post double crochet, and we continue with the same pattern. So continue working. I will meet you at the end of the round. Okay, now we have come the end of the round, so we are going to put a slip stitch here, and then we chain 1, 2, 3. After we do that, remember we have skipped this, sorry, we skip this, we come to the next stitch here. After putting the slip stitch, you move your chain on top of the first double crochet here. So this is the chain is counting as a double crochet. It has been skipped, so you chain 1, 2, 3, and then you put a front post in that double crochet, and then the row is skip this and go to the main row here, sorry, to this other stitch, put a double crochet, then a front post. Remember, now we are landing in the middle of the 4 chains here. So what we are going to do here is we put 4 together, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now at this juncture, we will skip this, go to this, and put a double crochet on top, then a front post. After putting a front post, you skip this, you go to the next, and put top double crochet and front post. So this is what we are getting. Now we can just continue with the pattern until the end of the round. Remember to observe the rule. The chain that we are both working on is the one with the back post before, just as observed in the video. So continue working and finish the round. Okay, we've arrived at the end here, so we are going to put a slip stitch on the third chain here. Actually, we just put it this way, so avoid having a very big gap. So we just put it in this way. Then from there, we move our slip stitch on top of the double crochet by making another slip stitch. Now when you come to this pattern, this is what has been skipped because the chain is counting as a stitch. So here it is, the rule is we put 3 chains there, then from there a front post double crochet, then we skip this, then put a front post double crochet, then skip this. Once we skip this one, we are landing to this one, so we put a front post double crochet, and then a top double crochet, then a front post and double crochet. From there we are now in the middle where we made 4, so we are going to obey the rule. We put 4 together, 4 together, we have 3, 1 more, 10, a slight change. Here we are going to put a double crochet on top of the first chain after putting 4. Then from there we skip this, we come to this, put the pattern of X, that is it. Then we skip this one, we go to this chain and put a top double crochet and front post to have the X pattern. So that is what we get. Then from there we proceed, you skip this, go to the next, and now you continue with the pattern until you get the end of the round. Okay, we have arrived at the end of the round, so we are going to join our work with a slip stitch here like that to avoid having a very big gap. I'll repeat again. You come and join your work that way, then from there you chain 1, 2, 3, and then you put front post, double crochet, then you skip this, go to the next, put the same pattern, then skip this, go to the next, continue with the pattern. Now you skip this stitch, come to the next, work, make sure you are checking. Now we are in the middle, of where, or we are landing to the middle of where we made the 4 stitches. So this one is supposed to be according to the rule of the pattern. We are supposed to skip this, so you skip it and put 4 double crochet in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can see we have 4, so we are going to skip this, come to this other one here. We have skipped this where we are supposed to put a double crochet on top here, so we put a front post here, the X pattern, the top double crochet and the front post double crochet. You skip this, you come to the next, put continue with the pattern. So continue working until you finish this round, and always observe the row. So continue, and soon in the video I'll meet you on the other corner, this other corner, to demonstrate once more what we mean. So we have arrived at the other corner. This is what we are going to do. Okay, we have already put the hex pattern here, so we are supposed to skip this, and when we skip, we are landing at the main row. So you put, because it's in the main row, you put the 4 double crochet together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now once you put the 4 there, then you skip this one, you come to the next, put a next pattern. Once you put the next pattern, you skip this, come to this other one, and continue with the pattern. So from here now, because you've known, you continue until the end of the round. We will need to start a fresh row. So this is what we have. Continue working. Okay, we have reached the end of the round, so we are going to do the last bit with the front post. Then from there you hold this one as slip stitch, then you chain 3, 1, 2, 3, put a front post, then skip this, go to the next, put a front post, skip this, go to the next, put a front post. Now you continue and make 4 rows, then we are going to make 3 rows, then we'll meet and refresh. Okay, this is how far we have gone with our project. Now we are going to make, we have already, the white one, we have made 9 rows, so we are going to make 4 more and see whether it will be enough to form the armholes. So go round and make 4 more rows. As usual, we join with a slip stitch here, then chain 1, 2, 3, then we put a back post and the chain count as a stitch, then you skip to this other one, the inner stitch, and do the pattern. So continue working till the end of 4 rounds. Okay, this is how far we have gone in making our project. We have now completed the rows that I told you to make. From here to here we have made 13 rows. So we are going to do work up to here, this corner here. Then we start making the armhole. So let's continue and do the remaining part here. Then I'll show you how you are going to make the armhole. So as usual, we chain 3, 2, 3, then you make front post double crochet, and then you skip this, go to the next. As you've been doing, there is nothing that has changed. Continue and get to where the mark is. Then I'll meet you there to show you what we are going to do next. Okay, we've reached the corner, and this is the area where we made the 4 double crochet together. So we are going to treat them accordingly. We skip this, then we go to this and give it an X pattern. Then from there you come you skip this, land in the middle. In the middle you are not going to make 4, you will make 2. And then after making 2 you chain 3, 1, 2, 3, then skip the armhole and then go to the other corner, which is supposed to be joined with it to make a armhole. Then look for the center. Look for the center. This is the center of the 4 stitches that we made. Make 2 double crochet together in that space. After you make 2 double crochet together, you have already created an armhole. So what you are going to do is you now continue behaving. You skip, you put a double crochet here, that is, then you skip this, go to the next and put the hex pattern. Then skip this, go to the next, repeat the pattern. Continue working until we meet where we are supposed to make the other sleeve hole or of the part of the arm. So continue working. Okay, we have arrived where we have the other corner where we have the faucet. So what we are going to do is we are going to skip this and then put an X pattern in the subsequent chain. Then we skip this, we land in the middle and put 2 double crochet together, not 4. Remember that. Then we chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and go straight to the other part of the corner. We skip the armhole and look for the center. The center is here. Yep. So we put 2 double crochet in the same spot, and then we continue working. So what we are going to do is we put another one here and double crochet there, then we skip this, go to the next, and put a next pattern. Sorry, there's a mess here. In this corner, we are going to skip this, come to the next, put a next pattern, then skip this, land to this, and put a next pattern again. Then from there it will be a smooth walkover, because I told you earlier that the chain width and is having back post is the one to receive the X pattern, so don't interchange. If you interchange, you mess up with the work. Continue working until we get to the part of the arm, so that I'm going to show you how to treat the chain. We are at the part of where we made some changes, so we are going to skip this, go to the next, put a next pattern, then from there, these 3 stitches, you skip this, this is 3 chains which are here, you put 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3. Then when you do that, you come here, skip this, come to the next and put a next pattern. Then skip this, come to this, put the hex pattern, and when you arrive at the other side, you do the same, you repeat the same, and then from there you continue working and make 10 rows. We are going to meet and refresh after you have made 10 rows in this part of the sweater. So continue. Now this is how you are going to treat the part of this area, the hand, the lower of the hand. When you come here, you just respect the rule and skip this, come to the next stitch and put a next pattern, then skip this, go to the next, put a top double crochet, then a front post, what we are calling the X pattern. Then when you come here, you skip this. Now you realize this is the stitch that is supposed to have the X pattern, this one, this one, this one. So what you do here, skip this, come to this, don't you put an X pattern there, put a half double crochet, go to the one that deserves the hex pattern, you put a half double crochet and you put together that way. So then you come back to the same stitch here and put in our front post, and from there you'll be able to continue putting the X pattern to the stitch that deserves. So you skip this stitch, come to this one and put and double crochet on top, then another front post, double crochet, and you continue with the pattern. So make 10 rows as I told you. We will meet and refresh our work. So continue working. Okay, this is how far we have gone in our project. I've already made that rose with the white yarn, so I intend to change to this other color, the blue. So if you are continuing, you just continue with the single color that you want to continue with and make maybe 5 more rows or maybe 4 or as long as you want your sweater to be. Then from there, for me, I'm going to change the yarn to blue because I'm already using two colors. So I will insert the blue color and continue. There is nothing, no changes. You just continue working until when you feel yours is enough. So we are going to chain 3. After chaining 3, we come down here and put a front post, double crochet, and skip this stitch, come to the next, put a front post, double crochet, and then you continue working until you make the many rounds that you want to make your project to how long you want it to be. So I will just continue working with this other color, and there is nothing that I changed. It is just the same pattern that we are continuing with, but we are soon going to finish the project. Then we start the making the armholes. Okay, continue working. Okay, I have made 6 rounds with this blue, so we are going to make a round of 2 rounds of free double crochet without any pattern so that we can do the finishing of our work. So you just chain 1, 2, 3, and you put a double crochet right where you have the chain. Then you continue putting double crochet in every chain and you go around 2 times. Then from there we will meet to do the finishing. So continue working and you make 2 rounds of free double crochet without the X pattern like this. Okay, we have made the 2 rounds of free double crochet. Now we are going to start working front post and back post. You just chain 1 after the slip stitch, then you come down here and hold this chain together with the double crochet. You treat them as one because the double crochet is not counting as a stitch. Then from there you will go do back post, double crochet, then front post, then front post, just alternating front post and back post in double crochet. You will go 4 rounds or 3 rounds depending on how you want your ending to be, and then we will meet. Just the same way we worked the neck here, this front post and the back post. So continue and make 4 rounds. Okay, I have finished making this round of the sweater that I told you to make. I have also gone ahead and made one ham. So I'm going to show you how to make the other part of the ham, which is here. So by now this is how our work looks like. We are now going to make a twin ham or a ham that resembles it that I've already made. So let's continue working and finish the sweater. So we will start by inserting our hook at the middle here. You can see the opening, and then you trace the hook at the middle of the 4 chains or stitches that we made earlier. So you insert your hook, and then from there you get your slip knot. I've already made the slip knot. Then you pull it through. After pulling it through, you chain 2, 1, 2, and then put a double crochet right where the chain is, and then you skip these two, one, two, go to the next and put a double crochet, then you go to this space here, put a double crochet, continue putting a double crochet in every space, then you come to this other space here, put a double crochet, sorry, we have skipped something, but these two we are going to join them. We're going to join this and this other one here as two as one stitch, so that we don't leave a gap. Then from there we go now and start. We are here now, we put another double crochet, then from there okay, sorry, we are going to skip this, come to this because we are doing our pattern, and put the X pattern. So you continue with the X pattern until we get to the other side of the arm. You can see how I'm doing. The X pattern is not new to you. You have always to look for this stitch which is almost inside. That is the one that is taking the X pattern. You skip this one, this stitch here which is protruding. You go to this one which is looking as if it's inside. You put the X pattern there. Otherwise, if you mess up, your pattern will be also messed up. It won't appear the way this one is appearing. So the secret is look for the chain, this one. Find a way of looking for it and put the X pattern. Top, the X pattern means a top double crochet and a front post double crochet in the same stitch. Continue until you reach almost approach this end, then I'll show you what you are going to do to the this stitch at the hand piece. Okay, we've approached the other side where we are supposed to put the stitches without a pattern. So what you do is you skip this and put a double crochet here. Then from there you put another double crochet here. Then you skip this and this stitch here which is hidden and come to this gap here and put a double crochet. Then you join on top of the first double crochet that we made here, not the chain. So after doing that, we are going to chain 1, 2, and then we put a double crochet, not a pattern. We are not putting a pattern at the armpit this round, but the next round. So what we are going to do here is we put a half double crochet there, and in the next stitch we put another half double crochet, then there are 3, we close. Then come again to this one, put a double crochet. After putting a double crochet, you are going to skip these two that we have together here and continue with the pattern. So you put a top double crochet here. In the same stitch, you put an X pattern. You go to you skip this. We have skipped this. Come to this, which is inside. Then put the X pattern. The same to this. So you continue with the pattern until you approach towards the head here. Then I'll show you what you are going to do. Okay, we have arrived where we have the arm. So we discontinue the pattern and skip this, then come to the next stitch. Sorry. You can see there are three. We close. Then you put a double crochet, and you go skip to the other side and put a slip knot. No, not a slip knot, but as shown in the video. Then you chain two, put a double crochet right here where you have the chain after the slip knot. Then start the pattern. So what we are going to do here is we will put a pattern here. We'll put our pattern, sorry, this is not the way you're supposed to put a top double crochet. Then because they are two, they are tied together, you put a front post. Then you skip this, come to the next, put a pattern, the X pattern, then come to the next, put the X pattern, continue until you come to this other hand. Then I'll show you what you are going to do next. Continue with the pattern until you approach the round. Okay, we have arrived at the other end, so we are going to skip this and put our pattern here. You can see what I'm doing from the video, sorry. Put up a front post in double crochet, then skip this. These are two, remember, so you put a front post, a stop double crochet and a front post on the two, not one. Then skip this and put a slip stitch on top of this double crochet here and not the chain. So that is it. We have connected now the pattern, so you continue working, chain, this is the chain that is supposed to receive the front post. So what you do is you just chain 3 and then put a top double crochet on the deserving chain and then a front post, and you skip this, go to the next, put the pattern, the X pattern as shown in the video. So continue and finish this round, then we are going to change the yarn. We are now going to change the yarn, but if you are continuing with the one color, just continue. But if you are changing, this is how we change a yarn. We pull through the slip stitch with the intended color or the color that we intend to use. So you pull through and then you pull the color that you are not using to make a tight knot. Then you chain 1, 2, 3 and continue with your pattern. Continue with your pattern. Ensure that this is the chain that receives the X pattern. So continue with the pattern. We are going to meet after you've made around 7 rounds. Make 7 rounds, then we will meet and start reducing so that we can shape the arm like this other one that we made earlier. Okay, this is how far we have gone in the project. Remember we completed this arm. Now we have reached this area where we will be crocheting, free double crochet without this pattern which is here. So in this arm here, from where we started here, I made white 4 rows. Then from there I have made the blue 21, so in total they had 25 rows. Now you start making this area, which is 3 double crochet, and you make 2. One, there is another one here which is overlapped by a pattern that will take over again. So let's start working. After making the 25 rows, we do a 3 double crochet, and by that we start the final touch of of our project. That is this part. So you can see what we are going to do. So you just come here and join your work with a slip stitch. Then you chain 1, 2, and put a double crochet right in this space. The chain is not counting this time, and then proceed putting double crochet all round. Continue and finish the round. We will meet after you have finished 2 rounds of 3 double crochet. So continue, finish this and make another one like this, then we are going to meet. Okay, we have completed the 2 rounds where we were making 3 double crochet. So we are going to put this pattern and complete our work. And for this pattern, we will go 4 rounds. Then from there, we will have done our work. So what we are going to do here is we will join our work with a slip stitch at the first double crochet that we made here, not the chain. The chain is not counting, and then we chain 1. After chaining 1, you come down here and put a front post of the 2, the double crochet and the chain, because the chain cannot stand alone, it is not counting. So you put a front post, this is a double crochet, and then a back post of a single stitch, then another one like this, then back post, you continue and make 4 or 3 rounds depending on how you want your work to look like. Then from there we will have completed our project. So continue working, and this is what you get. As we continue working, we are going to do reduction. This is how you join your work. You join at the top here with a slip stitch, then you chain 1, come down here and put a front post, double crochet, and then another one at the back. Then from there you do 2 reduction. You put a front post, a half double crochet, a back post, a half double crochet, and when you have 3 that way, you just pull them together. So you have done your reduction, and then from there you continue working normally, and when you get to the other side, you approach the head here, you also do reduction before you reach this stitch. So continue working. Okay, be careful when you come to the reduced stitch, you just hold the 2 this way and put a half double crochet there, don't complete it, then go to the next and put a half double crochet, and again you close that way so that it doesn't obstruct the pattern of back post and front post. So you continue after doing that. This is how we treat this reduced chain so that it doesn't cause or obstruct the pattern of back post and front post. So continue working.